Hello guys, gals, and pals. Welcome back to Miss Crafts-A-Lot's Lair. I am currently using my new mic set, so we're going to see how the audio sounds for this one. Anywho, this is my second installment of the I test crochet kits and then I review them. The topic for today is this amigurumi, my lighting is kind of crazy on it, kit from Red Heart. I'm kind of holding this one a little bit higher for like the pattern, the way the pattern is written, due to the fact that Red Heart is part of Yarn Inspirations, as you can tell at the very top here, if you can see that. Yarn Inspirations. And I have used their patterns before, and they have been fairly easy to read and for the most part accurate. There have been a few error changes that I've seen here and there, but that's kind of the nature of patterns written kind of by anybody. But anywho, let's get into see what all is part of this kit. So this is a super cute kit. I love the fact that it's a kitty. Hence the reason why I got this particular one. This one is actually interesting because this is the first one that I've gotten that says that it comes with a stitch marker. So we will see how that goes and see if that is in here. But I'm assuming saying that it is on the package, it should definitely be in here. It makes it look like you need to rip it open. Let me see. There we go. It makes it look like you have to rip it open, but you actually don't. It's just a pop at the top, and let's see what we have inside here. Starts out with the yarn. This feels like it would be a cotton yarn. Yep, 100% recycled cotton. And it says that it is 54 yards or 49 meters. And then, oh, yep, comes with a stitch marker, and let me see if I can get that in there. Actually, like, probably the nicest needle that I have come across. This is only the second kit that I am doing, but it comes with the metal yarn needle, plastic stitch marker, and then the black yarn for the embroidery part of that, and a fairly nice crochet hook. This actually, it also tells me the size of this crochet hook, it being a 2.5 millimeter, which is awesome. As we know, not all of them give us that information. That is just the lining picture. We have the pattern. I am not going to give out too much, but there is the pattern. Look at how cute he is. I hope he comes out this cute for me because I think he's just too adorable. And then we have another decent amount of fiber fill. Again, let's see if materials run out, because that is one of the reasons why I've never really gotten into crochet kits, is for that fact. I am going to move things around here and I will get to work. And I just noticed that on the front it has it gives 3 different languages. You have the English, it looks like French to me, and possibly, I'm assuming that would be Spanish. I am unsure because I am not fluent in French or Spanish, just English. However, the pattern sheet is first off in English right away. but then when you open it up on the back, it looks like it only comes with the French instructions. So that could be an issue for somebody who is buying this, who is potentially, I guess, Spanish speaking. Just a note. So I am not going to fight this particular yarn to be center pull. So I have to, once again, get my yarn ball holder, toss you in there. You are going to, yes, not, yeah. All right. And now we're off. Looks like I make head, body, arms, legs, ears, and a tail. So I will get to starting this. This is interesting because it has, this particular hook has a little bit of a twist to it. I'll take that apart and I'll show this. It's got a little bit of a twist to it. So as I'm working, because I'm not this would probably be good if I was a pencil hold, but I am not a pencil hold. I am a knife hold. So this may be interesting to try to use this hook. But I will definitely attempt it. Because if I could get through the other kit with the other like little plastic hook, I think I can handle this. All right. Square off the or straightforward, square off. We're squaring up. Anywho, this particular yarn, it is 100% cotton. I have kind of it does not feel as bad as like the Lillian cream kind of cotton. That's the kind that just feels slimy when it's wet. This is not supposed to get wet, but it still doesn't feel like it would be that. It's easier to work with, is what I'm trying to spit out of my mouth. But it is kind of splitty. I don't know if that is showing up on camera. But I think that is also the nature of the beast when it comes to cotton. So we move on. First round done. This yarn is rather really splitty, so I think this is gonna take me a hot minute. I am going to take out my stitch marker because I am in need of that now. Pluck that into the last stitch of the round and continue on. Did the back loop only row with the with even amount of stitches, with the same amount of stitches as the last row, so that is working even. This yarn is immensely splitty. Like, I don't know if you can see this. See if that'll pop up. But I don't know if you can see that or not. Come on. Get into focus. But there are little strings everywhere on here. Just for the fact that I just kind of decided to stop trying to fix all of the splits and all of the loose threads. It is definitely making me rethink the wanting to make my next sweater out of a cotton yarn, to be perfectly honest with you. Oops, I hit my microphone. Getting used to the new microphone, I'm sorry. But yes, I am going to continue on. I only have about 11 more rows to work. so 11 more rounds for the body, so I will continue on. Meet you at the end. I decided I was going to come back before I got the body done. Just to quickly show here that according to for all of those that are the yarn under purists, it does show yarn over as for how to fix the stitches and do the stitches. In the description of the stitches, it also does not give, it just gives the standard decrease information. So that would be the the single crochet two together. It does not say to use back loop only, which is the standard way of doing a decrease when it comes to amigurumi. I am going to be using that just for the fact that that is my normal way of working the decreases while I am working amigurumi. So just to give that information in case it looks just a tad bit different as to the picture. So I am going to continue on now. Back loop only or front loop only? I think I may have gotten that wrong. Front loop only, because back loop only would give you that that little ridge on the front. So I'm sorry, I misspoke. Front loop only. All right, let's me try that again. So I finished the body. I kind of messed up a little bit. I did not leave very long of a tail in order for to sew, but I will figure that one out when I get there. Still have to stuff it. So far, this yarn is super splitty. I've mentioned this already. I am fighting with it a lot more than I would normally deal with a yarn, to be perfectly honest with you, because I just don't have the patience for this kind of splitty yarn. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is just wants to completely just separate into how many ever threads that is. But I am going to continue on. I'm going to stuff this fast and then start on the head, it looks like, according to the instructions here. So yeah. But I will just say real fast, I have to go get more water. So I will continue on as soon as I have filled my water. Taking a break. Okay, so I have 4 legs, arms, 2 legs, head, body. Now I am going to start on the ears. I have decided, even if the pattern calls for the ears to be made next, I had been thinking about it and I was like, if ears are not next, ears will be next, because it is easier to make a little bobtail if I run out of yarn, because this is what I have left. I think it would be better to make him a little bobtail if I run out of yarn, instead of like lacking to make an ear. So that's the method. I get to make 2 ears now. There. So now I have the cat who left me. Okay. So now I have body, head, 4 legs, 2 ears, down to the tail. Have this much left. So I am thinking that there shall be enough to make the tail. I do not stuff the legs. Or no, I stuff the legs. I do not stuff ears and tail. So this is the amount of stuffing I have left. So this is coming out fairly well. I think that the materials might just. So as far as the yarn goes, I have to like get used to the microphone because I keep smacking my microphone. But onto the tail. I have all of the pieces. I have a tail. I have tail and ears do not get stuffed. I have the forelegs to stuff and to sew everybody together, I think. And then I do the embroidery. So on to sewing. First things first. Leftovers. Have this much of the yarn left over, and I have still a pretty decent amount of fiber fluff left. Finished project is this little guy. Definitely not perfect, but I think he's cute. It looks almost like the instructions look funny. Like as far as placement, I think everything is good. His eyes are I have never been great at embroidery, so well, when it comes to amigurumi faces. Um but I do think he is cute. He's a little top heavy, but that's because I think his head is if I was designing him, I would make his head a little smaller, honestly. But other than that, everything came together pretty good. The yarn is funky. I would definitely forego buying this particular yarn just to buy this yarn. However, fairly okay for amigurumi. It does split a lot. Like here is excuse me. This is one of the ends, and it is just wanting to fray and split, and the amount of times that the hook went through the actual yarn is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure you can see quite a few of these little uncaught, I guess, stitches, uncaught yarn fibers. That's probably a better way to describe it. Because of it wanting to split so bad with the hook, and I just if I went and I tried to catch every single strand of this yarn and thread, it would probably have taken me a lot longer. Currently, my computer says that I have been recording for about 5 hours. So, it probably took just a hair less than that for me to finish this project. Kit review. Like I said, yarn splitty. Doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't feel like that at the best I can say like slimy almost feeling of 100% cotton, like the sugar and peaches and cream, I think it is at Walmart. Hey, he's standing up. Yay. But yes, I think the yarn is rather splitty. It doesn't feel terrible on the fingers. Just not something that I would want to regularly work with. Obviously, the splitting is enough to if it weren't for the fact that it was a kid, I probably would have put it down and went and grabbed a different yarn, to be perfectly honest with you. Kit, as far as a beginner project, the best thing I can say is that they come with really good quality material, or like as far as tools. One, and they came with my favorite one of my favorite stitch markers, so stitch marker styles. So I do say for material wise, definitely worth it. Do I think it is for a child or for a beginner? Probably not, because of the fact of the way that the yarn wants to split. I would I would kind of stick away from that. But if you are used to crochet, also another thing too is even though it tells you written how to do the stitches and such and what the abbreviations might mean, they definitely, you need to know some stuff before you decide to jump into this project. That's what I'm trying to spit out of my mouth. So I would say for an advanced beginner, possibly would probably be best. The earliest that I would recommend this kit for. But then again, if you want to challenge yourself, who am I to say you can't? No, you have to start with this. Because as y'all know, I'm the one who started off with socks when I started knitting. So, which I probably wouldn't recommend for other people, but that was, like I said, that was me. So, yeah. Those are my 2 cents worth. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments and I will answer whatever questions you have about this particular kit. There will be more kits coming. I do have at least 2 other kit videos to do. Those will be coming up shortly. Well, in queue as far as may not be uploaded shortly, but they will be coming soon. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye!